I want to share with you a good story, as Tony Aposa would say. One day in Singapore, where Professor Kheng Lian is one of our members of ICEL and a member of the governing board, a very active member of ICEL, she met a Singaporean musician, Amos CHIYA. And he had come from St. Petersburg, where he conducts an orchestra in Russia and is a classical musician. And Kheng Lian is a pianist, as well as being an environmental law professor. Like some of us here, she's of that age where when she went to law school, there was no environmental law. So I was privileged to get to know her as Singapore was developing its first teaching of environmental law. But she met Amos and said, you know, we really should do something to bring music and culture into ICEL. ICEL cannot live by bread alone. We have to have this spiritual element. And so Amos became our first ICEL representative. We have representatives around the world, our first representative for music and culture. And he composed an original composition for ICEL to share at this symposium. So you're about to have the world premiere of this musical composition. I want to invite Professor Kheng Lian to introduce it before we play it. I would say that Amos would have liked to have been here. Unfortunately, in St. Petersburg, he came down with the COVID-19 and has been recovering. And Kheng Lian would have loved to have been here too and had planned to, but the vicissitudes of the pandemic make it not possible. So they're going to be with us virtually, but I think music transcends virtuality. And so I'd like to play first the message from Kheng Lian, if you can put that up, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Maestro Amos CHIYA, Singapore's brilliant young music conductor, who was with the Mariinsky Theatre in Alanya until COVID halted his career. He returned to Singapore to seek alternative work as a temporary measure. He has since returned to St. Petersburg. Amos's scholarship in music took him to London and St. Petersburg, and during the course of his studies, the renowned music conductor Riccardo Muti was his mentor. The inspiration from his mentor led Amos to focus on ballet and opera in conducting. Winner of several music awards, Amos has conducted in various major cities across the world, the latest being the 2021 Spring Festival in Tokyo. I will not go on to list his accolades, as you can look up in his Facebook. I want to emphasize that Amos is a musician with a conscience. He has a passion for the environment, and as he sees the ruination of the environment by mankind, as he journeys in his musical career around different parts of the world, he feels compelled to do his part through music and culture in preventing degradation and destruction. During our discussions on many subjects of common interest, Amos asked if he could make a contribution in music and culture for the International Council of Environmental Law, ICEL. I contacted Nick and Victor, and we had a Zoom meeting with Amos on 6th of April, 2021. The rest is history, as Nick has outlined earlier regarding the establishment of an ICEL Representative of Music and Culture. This comes at an opportune time, as the ICEL Madrid conference to be held on 19th November 2021 has a section on artistic expressions relating to the environment, which includes music and culture. Music and culture is an instrument to enhance harmony and peace with nature in environment. We expect Amos to play on for many more years to come, as music is the food of love for everything, including the environment. Before turning the floor to Amos to have his recorded music piece for this occasion, I would like, on behalf of ICEL, to congratulate Amos for his two recent appointments. First, as creative advisor for the Foundation for the Arts and Social Enterprise Singapore. Second, as music director of the newly established Kiddish Orchestra in St. Petersburg, of which he is one of the founders. Over to Amos, one of our environmental stewards.
So may I present Amos CHIYA, ICEL's representative for music and culture.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Professor Robinson, for appointing me as the representative for music and culture. And thank you, Professor Kheng, for the very kind remarks. I'm currently in St. Petersburg, Russia. And as you might already know, I'm not only a conductor, but also a composer and pianist. And I've created a very special multimedia project just for today, which includes my own composition titled Voice of the Sea, as well as footage from Under the Sea by a very good friend of mine, Brad Bacoy. Taking inspiration from my work as an opera conductor, my composition juxtaposes both whale song and piano music to create a unique consonance between the two, and it reflects the harmony between both nature and culture. One of my goals this year is to create more of such multimedia projects to advocate for the environment and educate the general audience about some of the most pressing issues affecting our planet today. I hope you enjoyed my multimedia project, and I also think it came at the right time, perfect time, because the whales in Iceland, these beautiful creatures, are saved for the 3rd year running. So we are just a hair's breadth away from the final curtain call on Icelandic whaling. And I think as a representative for music and culture, I hope to bring music and use arts and culture to try to advocate for the environment, not just in whaling, but in all the other pressing issues too.
Well, thank you, Amos, for that wonderful composition and the multimedia presentation. It probably was the best argument I can imagine for a motion that is pending in the IUCN Congress on the quiet oceans. We don't have soft international law on ocean noise pollution yet, and hopefully we will adopt it at this Congress. But I look forward to many more compositions from Amos, and we will be spreading them around, sharing them with the Normandy Chair for Peace and all other organizations. But ICEL is developing a multidimensional approach following the lead of UNESCO and others. And I think it's a wonderful initiative that Professor Kheng Lian has taken. So thank you, Kheng Lian, for your leadership.